Nobody's forcing you or coercing you or anything of that nature.
Okay.
Okay, you can agree with that. If you can agree with that, just sign that there.
Okay. I do feel coerced into taking this.
I mean, let me explain this to you. Nobody's making you take this test. If you don't want to, you can walk right out that door right
And
now.
what happens to me?
You walk out the door and I take you back up to your car.
And if I refuse, of course that makes me look guilty.
On the morning of July 19, 2004, Mark Hacking called 911 to report his wife missing. He said she had gone for her morning jog in Memory Grove Park and never came home. Within hours, over 200 volunteers flooded the streets of Salt Lake City searching for 27-year-old Lorie Hacking, a Wells Fargo employee who was 5 weeks pregnant with her first child. Her family held press conferences. Her co-workers joined the search. The case went national. Mark stood in front of cameras, voice breaking, pleading for his wife's return. He had shot her in the head 3 hours before he called 911. Before he made that call, he had already disposed of her body in a dumpster, thrown the murder weapon in a separate dumpster, and bought a brand new mattress to replace the blood-soaked one he had thrown in a church trash bin. And the reason he killed her? 3 days earlier, Lorie had made a single phone call that unraveled years of lies, and Mark decided she could not be allowed to walk away from what she had discovered. Watch Mark Hacking sit across from detectives and calmly walk them through that morning, while his wife's body is already in a landfill. Like this video, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We see and appreciate every single one of you. Let's get into it.
Just tell me, in your words, what's been going on so far today.
My wife got up at 5 this morning, went running. And I stayed in bed. I woke up at 8 and she hadn't awakened me when she got home and showered and went to work at 7. Or at least I thought that's what had happened. Most of the time I drive her to work and she wakes me up when she's ready and I take her to work, but sometimes she drives. And today she was driving, so when I woke up and she was gone, I just figured she hadn't awakened me, just let me sleep. And so I got up at 8, did some things. I played my Nintendo a bit, and we needed a new mattress. We decided to get one, so I went, and we had been shopping around, looking at different places, and I had found one.
What time was that?
I left my place at about 9. Drove around. Most of the places were closed where I was looking, but one place said on the door that they would open at 10, but I got there.
What place was that, you know?
I can't remember the name, but it's right next to R.C. Willey.
One place had a sign.
It's at 10, but I was there at probably a little after 9, and the door was open. I went in and someone helped me.
Okay, which R.C. Willie was this by?
21st South.
The one there on 300 West? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go in there because the door's open.
And they had the mattresses we were looking at. They were sort of extreme comfort or something like that. And it was a good deal. So
How much did you pay for it?
I paid like $500, somewhere around there. And they had, we needed new pillows too. Our pillows were pretty shot. And I bought 2 pillows. And they were something like $49 a piece or $50 a piece or something.
Okay, did you buy sheets or anything like that to go along with them?
No.
No, you didn't buy any sheets?
No.
much did you say the pillows were? About
$50.
So I spent about $600 on the mattress and the pillows.
About that.
Okay. But you don't remember the name of the place?
It's called something like it has something to do with sleeping comfortably or something like that. Like that's the title.
Okay, so you buy the mattress. Did they deliver? Did you have to take it home, or how did it work?
Took it home.
You took it home? In what kind of vehicle? About what time did you leave the store? Let's keep the timeline down here. Just a guess.
9:30.
So you wasn't there very long. It was really quick.
No, on top of my car.
On top of your car? Did you tie it down or anything, or what'd you tie it down with?
Twine.
Do you know where the twine's at now? Do you know what happened to it?
It should be in my dumpster.
Okay. Okay, what happened after you got the mattress home?
I put it on my bed. I was putting sheets on. Called my wife while I was putting sheets on, and someone else answered the phone.
About what time was this?
About 10.
Called wife's cell phone?
No.
No.
Her
Work phone?
phone.
That's really good for assuming now. What was the reason for the call?
Just to say hi.
Okay. Called wife's work phone, someone else answered. Do you know who answered?
His name is Brandon.
Do you know him?
My wife is training him. I had never met him.
Okay. What happened during the telephone call?
I asked to talk to my wife. Well, I don't remember the exact words. He said something along the lines, is Lorie okay? And I
Brandon
said,
asked you that?
yeah, and I said, I don't know. And he told me she hadn't come in. So I went looking for her.
Okay, how did you know where to go look?
Because she runs in the same place every day.
She goes up there every single day?
No.
Most of the time?
5 or 6 days a week.
Okay. Okay, about what time was it you left to go look for her?
Just after 10, just right away.
So it was close to 10, 10, 15, 10, 10?
Something like that.
Okay. 10, I'll just say 10 to 10, 15, just guessing.
Okay.
I'll put a question mark so we're not being held to. Did you see what she was wearing? You're probably given that information. You didn't? Okay. Any assumption? Does she have like shorts she wears all the time? Or does she have different ones? Or
Different ones.
different ones each day, huh? Doesn't want to get stinky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you went looking up there. When did you decide to call the police?
Right away. Right. I tried before I left the apartment, but it was busy. So I grabbed my phone book.
What number did you dial? Do you know?
Dispatch.
The phone was busy, or did it have a recording, or what
It
was it?
busy.
Like beep, beep, beep. You don't remember what number it was you called?
No, but I called the same one from my car.
Okay. But how long was it when you called back again in your car?
Just a matter of minutes, 3 minutes. 4
And you
minutes.
got in okay? Okay. So you called before you even got up there to look for her? Okay. Okay, what happened when you got up to Memory Grove? Did you get up there before the police, or about how long did it take you to drive up there?
Like 10 minutes,
So now we're around about 10:30,
probably.
say. Did you find her car?
Mm-hmm.
Does she park it in the same place when she goes jogging up there, or? I haven't been up there. I don't know where it's at or anything.
There's not. It's just on the street. Just
Is it on the road that goes around, or is it up the canyon?
Down in Memory Grove.
Down at the bottom by the gate and all
Mm-hmm.
that? Okay. And that's just where you found it? You're not sure that's where she always parks it or anything?
She parks it on that road every time.
Every time?
I'm just, you say the same place, it's on the road.
I mean general,
Right,
not the same
okay.
parking spot, nobody can get there.
Right.
Okay, did the cops arrive shortly after you, or were they already there?
No, they told me they couldn't look for her for 24 hours.
That's what they told you on the phone? Okay. So how did you finally get them up there?
Other people called.
Other people called? Do you know who? So other people called and then they said they'd go up there?
People she works with, co-workers, but
Okay.
I don't know who.
Did you call them and tell them that that's what they had told you or anything? Her fellow workers, or did they all just start calling in on their own?
When I got to Memory Grove this morning, they knew what was going on because I'd been on the phone with them and I told them I was
Okay.
going out there, and they just showed up.
All of our friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Friends were at Memory Grove. Do you know how many of them called in?
Called the police?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was up searching when they called and said the police are here now.
They called you on your cell phone and told you. Okay, do you know about what time the cops arrived up there? No idea.
11.
Okay. Okay. And between that time you had been up looking in the shrubs and all that? Okay. That brings us about, that's about the twist of it right there. I just had to get a basis for the questions. Okay, let me explain the test to you. You understand it so you feel comfortable with it and so you won't be afraid of it. Okay? What this is a truth verification machine. Okay? Have you ever had a lie detector test, the old-fashioned type? If you've seen them on TV, okay, they have like the box and they have all the arms going around, the papers rolling, the guy's sitting in the chair and he's all strapped up and all that stuff. Okay, that was developed in the 1930s. Okay, we're hoping technology's advanced a little more since then, and that's what this is. Okay, before we get going, we need to take care of some items of business here. How do you spell your last name?
Hacking.
This is just waiver form. It's basically saying you're taking this of your own free will. Nobody's forcing you or coercing you or anything of that nature.
Okay.
Okay, you can agree with that. If you can agree with that, just sign that there.
Okay. I do feel coerced into taking this.
And how do you feel? I mean, let me explain this to you. Nobody's making you take this test. If you don't want to, you can walk right out that door right
And
now.
what happens to me?
You walk out the door and I take you back up to your car.
Okay. And if I refuse, then of course that makes me look guilty.
It's not admissible in court anyway.
So what are you doing?
Just gives us... We trust the machine, the courts just don't. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It just gives us something to verify the information that we've got so far. And obviously, as you said, obviously, we got some concerns about this mattress thing. Okay, obviously some concerns are going to come up about that, and we just want to get them clarified. Because we interview people that have killed people all the time, and they don't tell us the truth. That's why we have this machine. You see where we're coming from? If somebody's killed somebody, they're not going to come out and tell us, yeah, I killed them. And that's what this machine is just for.
But at the same time, I've got these circumstances that look bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, and then I asked him, I said, after the lie detector test, and I pass it, can we be done with everything? And he said yes. So I feel like if I don't take this, then I'm just going to be drilled.
Well, here's the other thing. If you got nothing to worry, if you haven't done anything, you have nothing to worry about, even if they do go through that evidence. Do you know what I'm saying? You have nothing to lose by this.
don't think I want to take it.
Okay. And nobody's gonna force you to. Okay. Let's just come on here. I think it is a minute.
On the night of July 18, 2004, Mark and Lorie Hacking had an argument. Mark finally told her the truth, that he had never graduated from the University of Utah and had never applied to medical school. The move to North Carolina, the new life they had been planning, none of it existed. Lorie wrote him a note that night saying she was leaving him. Then she went to bed. Mark stayed up. At some point in the early hours of July 19th, he took a .22 caliber rifle and shot Lorie in the head while she slept. She was 5 weeks pregnant. What followed was methodical. He wrapped her body in garbage bags and the cut section of the blood-soaked mattress. At approximately 2 a.m., he drove her body to a dumpster and left it there. He threw the rifle in a separate dumpster. He disposed of the mattress in a church trash bin nearby. Then he went and bought a new mattress. At 10:07 a.m. on July 19th, he called 911 to report his wife missing, claiming she had gone for a morning jog and never returned. Her car was found parked near Memory Grove Park. Her keys and purse were still inside the apartment. Over 200 volunteers searched the city. Her family held press conferences. The case went national. Mark gave media interviews, voice breaking, appearing desperate for his wife's return. On July 21st, 2 days after Lorie disappeared, investigators confirmed what had already begun to unravel. Mark had never graduated from the University of Utah. He had dropped out in 2002, but continued pretending to attend classes for 2 years. He had sent out fake graduation announcements. He had flown to New York and pretended to interview at Columbia Medical School. He had fabricated acceptance to the University of North Carolina. He had been lying to everyone around him, his parents, his brothers, his friends, and his wife, for years. On July 24th, Mark attempted suicide. His brothers Scott and Lance visited him in the psychiatric ward. He confessed everything to them, how he had killed Lorie, where he had put her body, what he had done with the weapon, his brothers told police. On August 2, 2004, Mark Hacking was arrested. On August 9th, he was formally charged with first-degree murder. The search for Lorie's body continued for 2 months. Over 1,000 volunteers participated in a grueling search of the Salt Lake County landfill. On October 1, 2004, at 8:20 in the morning, searchers found human remains. By that afternoon, police confirmed they belonged to Lorie Hacking. The carpet Mark had rolled her body into was found alongside her remains. Due to the advanced state of decomposition, medical examiners were unable to confirm her pregnancy. Because of this, Mark did not face the death penalty. On October 29, 2004, Mark pleaded not guilty. On April 15, 2005, he changed his plea. Standing before 3rd District Judge Denise Lindbergh, he said, "I intentionally shot Lorie Hacking in the head with a .22 rifle on July 19, 2004. Lorie's mother, Thelma Soares, broke down in the courtroom. Her father, Araldo, said hearing those words was like a knife going through his heart. On June 6, 2005, Mark Hacking was sentenced to 6 years to life in prison. The Utah Board of Pardons announced he would not be eligible for parole until 2035, meaning a minimum of 30 years behind bars. Lorie Hacking was 27 years old. She had quit her job at Wells Fargo to support a future that her husband had invented. She had told her friends and family she was expecting her first child. She had no way of knowing that the man she had been with since high school had built their entire life together on lies. Mark Hacking will be eligible for parole in 2035. He will be 59 years old. Drop your thoughts in the comments.